This is exactly what the Padres needed, as these players' performances elevated this team overall and have been doing so all year. Let's talk about it. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Padres Digest with your host, Andrew. Today we had a good win, nothing super stressful, so let's talk about it. As always, please subscribe. Like I said, we're super close to 2,000, and that would make me very happy. So let's do it. But yeah, let's just jump into our usual AJ Cassavell recap. Final, Padres 9, Cardinals 2. Manny Machado had 4 hits as the Padres enjoyed a 7-run victory for a second straight Sunday. They finished their hottest 3-city trip at 5-5, and they'll return home clinging to the NL's final wildcard spot with the deadline looming. 27th is today. Deadline is on Thursday. I think what is it, like 3 o'clock Eastern, I think? Roast me if I'm wrong. So we're getting close. The stress is hitting. I'm not even like a part of the organization and I'm stressed out. But yeah, let's talk about today's game. First of all, we all saw in the introduction and the thumbnail, our hero for today, Manny Arturo Machado. I think his middle name's Arturo. If not, yell at me now. I don't know why I said it like that. Arturo. Manny Machado. Arturo. Middle name. Okay. Manny Machado this series, 11 for 17, 3 doubles, 1 homer, 2 hit by pitches. The most hits in a 4-game series of his career, which is actually insane to think about. But also, of course, he had 5 RBIs. And then, what was it, like 3 today? 4 today? Yeah, 3 today. So, yeah, let's bring up the box score real quick. So, of course, Kolek with the win. We'll talk about him in just a second. But we definitely stuck it to McGreevy. I love that name. I don't know why. McGreevy. Hello, my name is McGreevy. No, it was a good game for a lot of people. Tatis had a pretty good game. He had some pretty good plate discipline today, which was nice to see, but obviously the one strikeout. But the walk is nice. Merrill had a strikeout that was like right down the middle, and I was like, what are you looking at? But yeah, I mean, Arraez had a really good game. Machado obviously had a really good game. Merrill was fine. I mean, the 2 RBIs obviously is good, so I guess I can't really say fine. Xander, I'll show you a Xander graphic today, but he's looked good at the plate, just very unlucky, but he had a home run today. Gavin Sheets finally got a hit, and then Diaz with a safety squeeze, because again, we like safety squeezes as long as they're smart. Let's put it that way, right? Like if you're having like someone on, well, never mind. I was going to say if you have someone slow on third scoring, but that's kind of basically what happened today. And again, I have a graphic for that. I'll show you in a sec. Hello, Machado. But NL batting average leaders, Will Smith 324 and Machado at 300 currently. So literally nothing you could say to complain about Machado right now. He's hot. He's having the best year since 2022. 23? What are we in? 2025? Yeah, 23. I know years. Padres offense, though, top 3 in the order this series, 490, 9 RBIs, 1,300 OPS, which is funny to see because, A, that's good, but also we tied this 4-game series because there were stretches where, like, we couldn't score anybody. So, like, that's a good stat, but also the results of those good stats weren't the best. You saw the games. You saw how it went, but, well, I mean, I don't love a split, right? But I'll take a split. You know what I mean? Like, if you offered me McDonald's, I'll eat it, but I would have preferred In-N-Out, but whatever, right? Or for you East Coast people, a Shake Shack. Shake Shack's pretty good, but I like In-N-Out better. That's just me. But anyways, before I start burger fights in the comments, let's bring up some more graphics, because who doesn't love graphics? But like I said, Xander, last exit velos last 2 days, 108, 107, 105, 104, 0 hits. But again, he did have the home run. This is before the home run, but he's hitting the ball hard. And like, what more could you ask for, to be honest? The luck is not there for him. But finally, like I was kind of saying, but kind of proved my own point wrong. But no chance the Padres just safety squeezed Gavin Sheets on an Elias Diaz bunt. What is this team? Lamau. Yeah. The safety squeeze seems to be working, and I like it. I'm just concerned that if we do it too much, teams are going to start expecting it and start bringing in players closer from like third base or first base. So I feel like we've used it and it's done good. I feel like we might have to give it a little break just to keep things random. Maybe I'm full of it. Let me know what you guys think. But I do love the small ball. I feel like our recipe for success right now is just putting the ball in play and letting things happen. And it's worked, but it's also not worked, right? So it's worked today. Like Machado with that 1-2 RBI hit where the third baseman misses it and the ball rolls away. or small ball when Arraez hit the ball through the infield, or the safety squeeze. I feel like us putting the ball in the play is the best recipe for success, because to be honest, hitting isn't really our problem right now. It's scoring. Because like yesterday's game when we hit like, what was it? Was that yesterday's game where we had like 11 hits, no runs, or is that the day before? No, that was the day before because we split the series. But you know what I mean, right? We're hitting, we're just not scoring. And today was better, obviously, but we were 6 for 19. So yeah, I mean, obviously you can't go 19 for 19. Like, I don't think it's ever happened in Major League history. It might have, I don't know, but it's a good day, but it could be better. You know what I mean? Like, we had the 16 hits today. We could have had 14 runs, you know what I mean? Not that we needed it, obviously, but it'd be nice. It's a cool stat to look at. Let's put it that way, right? But yeah, we can start looking at other stuff real quick too, like the West standings. I saw the Dodgers just lost thanks to Alex Bregman, so we're now 4 games behind. And then tomorrow, Dylan Cease versus Frankie Montas. The battle of mid, you might want to say. Mets, I think, won 6 straight, they said on the broadcast, but their star players are looking kind of mid. Is this the first time we're going to see... No, we saw Soto last year for the Yankees, but is this... Yeah, I guess this is the first time we're going to see him as a Met. Well, yeah, because he just signed, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I wonder how that's going to go. I don't know what you guys feel, but I have no hate towards Juan Soto. Yeah, he underperformed, but like, I wouldn't go out of my way to boo him. I'm not going to like stop you from doing it, but like me personally, I mean, it's not like he wanted to suck. I mean, yeah, you could say there was the clubhouse problems allegedly and all that, but me personally, I'm cool with him. We're cool. I'd dap him up if I saw him in real life, but yeah. Next person I would love to dap up though, where was it? Right here. Steven Kolek. I'm very against trading Kolek, especially for a rental. I think he can be a decently valuable back-end rotation piece in the next few years. This Kolek will continue to get better. I like Kolek. You just have to have the expectation he's a back-end starter. Back-end guys can get over $7 million in free agency, and since he's pre-arb, it makes him a plus valuable player, or a plus value player. But yeah, I like Kolek. I like Bergert more, but Bergert has more trade value than Kolek. So if there's a possibility to keep Bergert and Kolek, yes. But if there was someone who's with more value, who has a bigger chance of getting traded, I would say it's Bergert than Kolek. But I don't hate Kolek, right? Kolek hates Padre fans for some reason, because that would be they established on the broadcast, and I've said before, he is terrible at home. I forgot to show you this, but I'll show you in a sec. But yeah, game type splits, home games, 9.45 ERA. Away games, though, 2.41 ERA. So he pitches better on the road. Maybe that'd be a good thing to have around playoff time, and have like Bergert, if he's still here, Bergert pitching home games, Kolek pitching away games. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, he's looked... how do I describe it? It's like he's looked bad and good at the same time. I mean, the 6 earned runs, obviously bad. 3 earned runs isn't horrible, isn't great. So this is like his probably best game. But the home run wasn't the best thing. But it was fine. It did the job, right? I mean, if it was like a shutout day and the offense sucked, it would be horrible. But Kolek didn't have to throw a shutout like Coors Field or anything like that. He did his job, and that's why I like him. He did his job. But let me show you this, because I used it and I forgot to, or I made it, but I forgot to use it. Look at his percentile rankings. First of all, his fielding's not great right now, but we've seen that. He has good plays, but he also has some fundamentally not great plays. But the thing about Machado is kind of like, remember, was it 2020 Tatis, where he had the most errors in the league, but like the craziest plays? Machado has, how do I explain it? He goes for like everything, right? So like if if it's a super hard play, he'll still try to make it, and the result doesn't always end up as a positive, and that's what affects him error wise. And that's kind of how like Tatis was in like 2020, where he could like make the incredible plays, but you can't always make incredible plays because he's not like prime Ozzie Smith. So that's what resulted in some errors. But like, you can't argue that his defense has dropped a little bit. I mean, his range is not as good as it was. Arm strength is still good, but actually not as good as it used to be, but still really good. But batting wise is what we mostly care about. He's really good. His expected batting average is about the same as his batting average. The slug, 506. Slug should be better, actually. So he's obviously, if Shohei Ohtani wasn't in this league, and other really good players like Paul Skeens might be an MVP voter, he could let's put it this way. If all the good players in the league suddenly got injured for some reason, Machado would be the MVP. But because of these players like Ohtani, he's not. But he'll be at least top 5 at the end of the year, I think, in my opinion. More home runs would be nice, but he's never really been like a slugger. I mean, obviously 30 home runs is a lot, but he's not like Aaron Judge, you know what I mean? And in the game today where everyone's hitting like 40 home runs, I mean, I think Cal Raleigh already has 40 home runs, so he could break the record if he wanted to this year. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I really wanted to share with you. Is that all the pictures I have? Yeah. This road trip felt long and arduous. I don't think I've ever read the word arduous before. Like, I know the word. I don't think I've ever read it before. Andrew and learning SAT words. I'll take 500 ball. I hate being okay with 500, but here we are. I mean, yeah. I mean, you don't love 500. I feel like the reality of what we have to accept, even with trades that we're going to make, I think we're just going to be a 500 ball club for the rest of the year. And if we're third place in the wild card and like everything like maintains the way it is, I wouldn't hate that as long as we make the playoffs. It would suck to watch. You know what I mean? It sucks watching 500 baseball, but it somehow kept us where we are, obviously mathematically, but like it wouldn't hurt us unless some teams started getting hot like the Giants or the Cardinals. So as long as we can be a little bit better than 500, I like our chances of making the playoffs because I feel like the NL is kind of weak this year. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. Let me know how you guys feel. Do you like Machado? Do you think he has MVP possibilities this year? How do you feel about Kolek? Do you think he's someone you want to keep on this team, or is he just trade bait? And how do you feel about us being at 500? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know. But yeah, I have another video coming out about the Rays possibly trading players, so stick around for that. And my buy versus sell podcast video is coming out pretty soon, so stick around for that. But yeah, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and as always, go Padres. Goodbye.